Hello everyone, a new series I'm planning on doing on the channel is just called Walking with a Movie. So basically all it's going to be is me walking around, just basically talking about a movie. Today's movie is Final Destination from the year 2000, which stars Devon Sawa, something like that. The only thing I've only seen him in really was, I think, Casper, the Friendly Ghost. I think he was the child who came back as Casper after he was a friendly ghost. After he was a friendly ghost, when he became human from being a friendly ghost. But anyway, back to Final Destination. I still think this is probably the best movie I've ever watched at the pictures. Just for the simple fact of the jump scares. I'd never really seen anything like this before. I think it was a brand new concept of a movie. It also starred Tony Todd. He played like a little cameo, Tony Todd from Candyman. And also it was Seann William Scott. He was the only sort of negative in the movie for me. I was used to watching him play a Stifler. So he was kind of the alpha sort of bully kind of character. But in this movie, he sort of played the character who got bullied and was a bit wimpish. I would have rather Seann William Scott played the character of the jock. But basically the movie starts off, they're all going on a trip to France on a plane. And on that plane, the main character, Devon, he's called Alex, he gets a premonition of the plane blowing up, wakes up, and things start happening just as they happen in his premonition. So he runs off the plane blows up, and everything starts from there, and death comes to find them. What the hell's that? I think it might be what's called horsehair, what you get out your exhaust pipe. The fuck was that? Oh, it's a squirrel. I tried to get some footage of the squirrel, but it was too fast. Ended up standing in a big bog though, trying to get it. Seen shoe. Filthy. So where was I up to? With the midges. Final Destination 2000. It did spawn a massive franchise as well. I think there's 5 movies. See, this one was the plane crash. The second one, that was the big pile up of the cars on the motorway. Third one was the roller coaster. Fourth one, that was the racing track. What sort of race is it? Indy 5? It's not Indy 500. Is it Indy 500 type racing? I'm not sure. I think that's like American type of racing anyway. That's loads of midgets. And then the 5th one, I think that was the bridge, wasn't it? But then was there a 6th one which was kind of like a prequel? I think so. I haven't been down these woods since I filmed the Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street. But the first one for me is definitely the best. I only own it on DVD, but I think it's probably a movie. I don't usually upgrade DVDs to Blu-rays unless it's really, really good movie. And this is one that I probably will upgrade onto Blu-ray. And just the kill scenes of each person, so unique in how death follows them. The guy getting strangled in the shower, the girl getting hit by the bus. I mean, that's just like a random act. But he knew death was coming again in the premonition. But then death came to find the other one in the bath. And then the one where Seann William Scott, he gets killed. That was that coincidence? I mean, the car stopped. Was that another squirrel? Little grey squirrels running all over the place. Obviously you can't get any footage of them because they're too quick by the time you get your camera on, so he ran up the bloody tree. But Seann William Scott, the car stops on the train track, so that's death trying to get them. But he intervenes again, and then it skips him. But then there's something on the track, which is a coincidence, or is that death coming to get him again when it cuts his head off? I don't know whether that's coincidence. It must be death coming to get him again, because that's too much of a coincidence for that to happen. And obviously near the end when there's all the electric cables and all that type of stuff all coming out. And they're all, I think if they all skip death, then that's it. Death won't come and get them anymore, but death always finds a way back and coming to get them. I just think it was a really unique franchise, nothing like that had ever been done before. Really thinking outside the box, I thought it was really, really good. And obviously in Final Destination 2, that's all premonitions again, some have premonitions. Then the third one, that went a bit off. I thought they should have just stuck with the formula. It was like someone took loads of photographs in the theme park and there was little clues in each photograph how each one was going to die. I thought that was the only kind of thing that spoiled that movie, because all the kill scenes in that one were great as well. I've got either that path to go down or that path to go down. The path, it's the same as Final Destination. Which path do you choose? We'll choose this one. It's more dangerous, but it's a bit shorter for New Journey. So I reckon apart from The Lost Boys, this is the horror movie I've probably watched the most out of all horror movies. Something about it, I think, is just excellent. See, I like all your slashes. I've watched Scream quite a few times. But for this, I just thought it was just outside the box. It was just a great movie. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it. Definitely worth buying. It's definitely worth having in your collection if you haven't seen it. Obviously not a movie you can really remake. It hasn't been out that long, to be fair. 21 years? Could you remake a movie? That's 21 years. I wouldn't remake it. Obviously you could follow on with just a brand new version of it. I'll definitely go and watch it. So as for the character Alex in the movie, his problem is that the FBI thinks he's behind the plane crash, because obviously he was the one who got everybody to get off. And every time someone dies, he seems to be there and thereabouts, just in the background. Or when the teacher dies, he comes running out the house. So everyone kind of thinks, is he to blame, or is he telling the truth? Or obviously in a real life situation, you're going to think, this guy's a murderer. But death, you can't escape death. It comes to us all, whether it's looking for us or whether it just happens. So basically, there's a bridge down there. Shall we head down there? I'll give you a look at the bridge. Enjoy your life while you can. It's the moral of this story. So just to wrap this movie up, year 2000. If it wasn't for the nostalgia for The Lost Boys, this would definitely probably be my favourite horror movie, but it's my second favourite horror movie. I hear something going on down there as well. Bloody squirrels everywhere, man, squirrels. Walk a bit faster, just in case it's not. Probably this is definitely the best movie I've ever watched at the cinema. Just for all the, when I was doing all the jump scares, it was absolutely amazing. And the bit, I always remember the bit where the girl gets hit off the bus. I absolutely leapt out of my seat. It's definitely check this one out if you haven't seen it. I'm Mark, and this is the other tongue-tied there. I'm Mark, and this is For the Love of Movies. Thanks very much, and goodbye. I'm not sure if I've got any extras on the disc or a trailer on the disc. I'll definitely try and put a trailer on the end or extra on the end, just whatever's on the disc. Hopefully it's got a trailer on. I can just show you the trailer. Not I can maybe just get a trailer myself off YouTube. There must be one on there. Goodbye. And this concludes my nature walk. Final Destination. If you haven't seen it, get it watched, because it is epic and you will enjoy it. It's just a guarantee, isn't it? See you later. So I actually talked myself into wanting to watch the movie, so I watched the movie. What I watched was the director's cut, which had like the director, the writer, the screenplay, and how they wanted Tobey Maguire to star in the movie and Kirsten Dunst to star in the movie. And obviously it had all the little clues throughout the movie about the 180, and was actually meant to be called Flight 180. But they didn't want people to think that it was just going to be an airplane movie by calling it Flight 180. And they changed it to Final Destination just at the very last minute. You know, like things like 180 is obviously there was a notable one in the clock at the start, but then they had at the very last scene and the big sign that was coming swinging down that had 180 on and stuff like that. And also just all the different clues. How when they all came out on the back, if you look in the airport, they had pictures put up in the back how each one of them was going to die. And when the girl was making like a speech in the airport, it had a bus behind her. Just little things like that, loads of little clues. And just how they video different things throughout the movie, like the water, how they made that go backwards. The big airplane that was there, that was never actually there, that was CGI. Even in the airport, when it was all delayed on the screen. All that wasn't an actual thing in an airport. That was just CGI as well. Just a really good thing. If you've got the disc, just to watch the director's cut and watch all them explaining the movie and the writer explaining how he wrote the movie and how much they changed from what the writer actually wanted. But anyway, I'll wrap this up now and I'll leave you out with the trailer of Final Destination. Enjoy.
It's weird. The cabin starts to shake, right? And the left side blows up, and then the whole plane just explodes. It's my truck! It's my truck! We get thrown off the plane, all because Brian has a bad dream?
Side.
The plane! It's gonna blow up! It's gonna blow up!
All 287 passengers are feared dead.
It's like Elon's still alive.
In death, there are no accidents. No coincidences. And no escapes.
Did it happen again? Did you see Todd die? What if it was our time? What if we're not meant to get off that plane? What if there is a sign that it's not finished?
By walking off the plane, you achieve death. You have to figure out when it's coming back at you.
What do you got now? It seems which one of us is next.
You have a responsibility to tell me. I knew I should have hit on Tammy in the pool that time. I'm glad it happened, okay?
Nobody has control of life and death. Unless they are taking lives and causing death. Now, can you promise me that no one else is going to die? In death, there are no accidents, no coincidences, no mishaps, and no escapes. What you have to realize is that we're all just a mouse that a cat has by the tail.